So, this is the official first episode of the Theory podcast with me and Lord Puggius. Basically, what the Theory podcast is going to be is us talking about our opinion and our thoughts on different folklore, mythological creatures, and like maybe different kind of like things of history, like gods, goddesses, whatever BS that we want to talk about later on. And then some things within our city or the cities around us that we've heard. Different things about our country and other countries. And then just different things in general that we hear daily. Like, I guess, what is it, what is his name? Speakerhead? What is the guy's name? The giant, I forgot his name. He's a giant guy with speakers on his head. Siren Head, there you go. You know, the different theories on different things like that. And we'll just be asking each other questions. We'll be asking each other what we think, our opinions. And then we'll go through and see opinions from other people and relay what they thought about, and then start talking about it like that.
And this is entirely our opinion. It's not based on facts, just opinion and our own theories.
Yes.
That's the purpose of this, and this is just all for fun. I mean, who doesn't love a good conspiracy theory? I do. And, you know, most of the time, this, you know, the episodes portrayed are merely based on whether it's from our own childhood, home, childhood experiences, you know, folklore we know.
Yes. So don't get butthurt if you don't like what we think about your siren head or whatever creature you believe in or believe is real, because most likely 100% they're not. But we don't know. We never know. That's why it is theories, not facts.
Based on opinion, not facts.
That deer head was kind of freaking stupid.
You know who I'm scared that is though? Like, to pick this off, like, I'm just gonna say, because while doing
the Jersey Devil?
No, something more terrifying than the Jersey Devil himself. Freaking Goat Man.
Goat Man. Oh, is that the theory of a man who half goat, half man that lives in like Californian woods?
I'm not entirely sure. Goat Man, from what I read on, was based. He could be anywhere. But I just thought it was creepy. I was like, oh hell.
From what I've seen is from GTA, and apparently he lives in California, within the Wooden area. And he basically, when he goes to the city, he mainly goes to areas that are near timber workshops. You know, the ones that cut down and destroy trees. Because they're defacing his, and I can't get through this, his home.
His territory.
Yeah. His territory. Oh, fuck. But it's most likely just a hippie in a mask that is upset that they're killing trees.
Well, I guess kicking us off, you know, we're kicking it off with the most popularly known American cryptid,
which is Bigfoot. You know, your loving giant Sasquatch ape that loves beef jerky. Or no, is it beef jerky or is it Slim Jims?
I think it's Slim Jims.
Slim Jims, okay.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, we've all heard the story of Bigfoot.
You know, yes. But how old the story is I'm assuming that Bigfoot is no less than probably someone born with a deformity. Because that's what happened to a lot of people born with deformities. They were just, kicked out, outcasts, and stuff like that, or just and generally tested on and killed by the government. And I say government, and it is not entirely false. Most people with certain needs and special conditions were put in homes to be tested on and killed throughout a certain time in the 90s and 80s. And it is true, you can actually factually look up that people that were put in these homes were actually tested on and killed because no one else wanted to deal with them. So the people that were in these homes were just tested on to see like if different things could happen, and I believe there was an actual doctor or scientist who wanted to do it just to see if he can make different mutations with people. So he tortured them and experimented on them. But I don't know if that's actually true or not. But yeah, so he could have just been a person born with giantism. And I think it's called giantism. Don't fucking correct me if I don't know what it's called. Giantism and like a rare form of hair growth. Because I know, and I think it's called, I don't know, I think it's called something forest. But it's, there's a chick that lives right now to this day of age that has it. And she grows hair everywhere, even on her tongue. So most likely this creature that they assume was a creature was a human that was born with both giantism and a hair growth form. And it's just like living out in the forest,
That's actually an interesting theory right there in itself, especially with that rare deformity and such a rare, unlikely, and it has to be some type of some weird type of genetic to actually cause that. However, since you brought up the rare deformities, this also, goes into my theory of the Jersey Devil. I mean, we'll get more into that at like later date, but it also, with the devil, or also known as the Jersey Devil, a lot of people were convinced that, this, unnatural being living in the Pine Barrens, and it's still a theory today, very popular amongst many tourists who love to go, sniff into the Pine Barrens, hoping to catch a glimpse of it. It's still a widely popular, theory. Does it exist? And I think that's the thing with Bigfoot as well, the deformity part of it could be true. For countless other times, I mean, we've seen shows that document cases like this, heard of the woman's, world's woman's, smallest woman, world's tallest man, world's tallest woman, etc.
Yeah.
But I think hearing something like this would be very mind-blowing to a lot of people.
Yes. And also with that, the first ever recorded person with giantism was also kicked out of his home village, him and his mother, due to they assumed his mother was a witch that had brought a devil into the village. And with that, when the boy was out, he was out looking for food for him and his mother. The mother was killed and burned to death in her own home. Sorry, I didn't know I was going backwards. Own home due to the villagers believing she was a witch. At that, I believe this is only a story. I don't know how true this story is, but apparently it is like 80% true, because they did find his body, and it was a story that went passed down through generations with that community and village. That he had after the fire had happened, he had went back to the village and killed most of the people to take back vengeance on them for killing his mother. You know, kind of basically like the Jason story where the boy born with a deformity was outcasted and didn't care about, and they assumed he drowned, and then the mother went to confront counselors and then was killed. Oh well, apparently she had went to kill the counselors for the death of her son, and then was killed, but the son was still alive.
In the first movie, she's the main one killing them.
Yeah.
And I think this is like maybe an entire year later. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess I'll be watching the movie. But honestly, that does sound like the case. It does sound like the sad case of how the war piece is there.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're trying to avenge his son.
Well, in this case, with the giantism, it was the other way around. You know.
So in this case, it was just Jason Bourne. So it was just a side presentation of Jason Bourne.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also that Jason's character is always portrayed as very giant and muscle-like. So, you know, he could have also been born with giantism.
That is a possibility. I mean, if you go back and compare Jason's movies, I mean, Jason's already deformed as it is. So it could lead to, you know, it could also lead to that. In some type of way, I mean, you can easily try to possibly make the connection there. But,
yeah.
I mean, my own personal opinion, I think there is some type of connection right there. Because in the movies, Jason is portrayed as this monster-like being, just as Bigfoot is.
Yeah. Well, mainly because of his deformed face. Like that one book of the kid who had a deformed face and was disliked through the school and community in general.
Oh, I know the book Wonder.
Yeah. I never read it, but you know I heard a lot of things about it. Never watched the movie. I don't really like watching fucking movies. In my opinion, I just mainly watch Japanese shows. Anime.
And you know what? Even before coming on here and, you know, recording this, I was actually watching X-Files.
Isn't X-Files even more bullshit than Lost Fates?
Not exactly. I mean, if you compare the two, I mean, you put them side by side. Lost Fates, for the technology they had in 2008, through 2010, I believe.
Oh wait, or his next X-Files, is it that group of people that like to debunk stuff and like do different like ghost stories and stuff like that, like look at the different theories and
No?
Oh, okay. I don't have Hulu, so I won't ever be able to see this show. When you did that, you reminded me of that guy from TikTok that the wife is always like, hey, can you give me something from the store? And he's like, and then comes back with something totally different. Like she was like, can you give me peaches? And he came back with Peach from Mario. Yeah, he had 2 peaches from Mario, and she asked for peaches. So you know, I mean, it isn't wrong, but it isn't right because she wanted the edible peaches. Also, Gabby, you gotta do a run jump from the edge.
Well, anyway, back to the topic at hand itself. I mean, other than giant giantism, what is it? I mean, do you think there's a Bigfoot out there, you know, right now?
Probably not, because of how old the story is. Most likely he died off years ago. And if there is one, it's probably just some guy in a suit. Or unless he's lived this long, then kudos to him because he has, you know, totally destroyed immortality within humans itself. Hold up, I am lagging. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Alright, sorry about that. It's lagged out for me. But, so yeah, if it was the case, he, is someone that has totally defeated human immortality as well. Because of how old the stories are, he would have to be, like, well over maybe 100 years. Because aren't the first stories from, like, 1970s of his sightings, or 1965, something like that.
Let's see. If the stories are from 1965, and it's we barely entered the year 2021, then
I'm assuming. I don't know when his original story. Hold up.
if that is the case, Bigfoot would only be, realistically speaking, if the stories go back as far. But I feel like these stories have gone back farther than that. Would be he would realistically, by you saying that, or any offspring he may have had, any chance, would be
1958.
56. Yeah, they would
Yeah.
be from 1968. Where'd you get that number from?
That's what it says online. It says the first sighting was around September 21st, 1958, in Canada.
So Bigfoot would be 53 years old today, or around that.
Okay, maybe he is real. Maybe he's just a person with deformity. Also, that would be very rare because with giantism, I don't believe they actually live that long in total. I think the longest recorded with giantism, isn't it like, yeah, isn't it around the 60s maybe? Yeah, so he's probably good within his lifespan. Because I know Eric, or I think it was Eric the Giant, died around 53 maybe. Oh, this thing gave me Giants lifespan. I don't want Giants. Oh my god. I don't know how to spell the word. So it keeps giving me stuff that isn't correct. Hold up 1 second. Okay.
I'm trying to get past this one level. In the midst of talking about Bigfoot, I have
Mhm.
been stuck on this level with a little painting.
Oh, I just ran and jumped off. But apparently, with giantism, they do have the normal lifespan as us. But when they get older, their muscles start to deplete a lot more. So it gets a lot harder for them to do things. So yeah, if Bigfoot was alive, he'd be very weak, and if he's a person born with giantism and stuff like that, he'd be very weak and in a lot of pain. Because with the stories of Bigfoot, apparently he's just like this massive guy who's able to just slaughter bears with his bare hands. So, if that is true, at this point, he'd be the one being slaughtered by bears. Or unless he is also somehow, besides defying physical strength, he is defying, you know, a lot of other normal human things. Which I think may be possible in general, speaking that our bodies were a lot stronger with a certain time period And nowadays, our bodies are so weak compared to what we used to be because of all the things we've done, like all the things we changed. Like, I'm pretty sure our ancestors used to eat just fucking straight raw meat for the longest time. And then nowadays, we eat like super processed and clean stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure our bodies are so weak compared to what our ancestors used to be, that maybe this man, untreated by the different medical needs, is probably, you know, his body is somewhat withstanding to the similar olden style that we used to have, you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, this one's stupid. But yeah, with the theory of anything, Bigfoot is most likely just a person outcast. If he's real, like or maybe he doesn't even have giantism. Maybe he was just what is it? What are we? We're what do we call it?
Theory.
No.
Folklore?
No, I'm talking about our species. Like
Mammal?
no. So with the different forms of our creation, like we had the I think it's homeostatic. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. So the different forms of our bodies and stuff, like how do I explain it? Hold on, let me see. Homo erectus is Homo habitus, Homo. I don't know how to say that one. Australopithecus. Like, most likely he is a different form of our evolution. Like, he was just born with a different form of our evolution. Or maybe there is like a group of people that are born with that and still live outside of our boundaries, you know? Kind of like the Native Americans, that most of them don't, you know, live within our community. They live still with their same, you know, or want to live with their same ancestry. Yeah, but most of them are going extinct. I don't know if you've heard. Most of their children are not caring for their olden ways and are moving into the newer ways, and are trying to leave reservations and stuff like that. So yeah, apparently most native reservations are just in general losing most of their ancestry.
So sad. You want to hear a scarier part about that?
What?
Is that, you know, the people that, not to get political or anything, people that, you know, stormed yesterday the Capitol, don't support things like that in general.
I mean, those kind of people are just stupid in general.
Well,
I don't know. What the hell?
but
Just
back to that, I want to give my take on what I think the whole Bigfoot thing. Personally, for me, I'm a firm believer that Bigfoot is real. You know, I believe in, you know, many things.
honestly, for me, I do not, but I do wish many things were real. But I don't believe a lot of it exists at all. You know? But I do believe there is life outside of just our universe. Because, or not our universe, I guess, our surrounding solar system. Like, maybe there is more life outside of the galaxy, Milky Way. Maybe there is life in the Milky Way that we just don't care to see or don't. And I believe, in general, the government itself just doesn't want us to know. Because, you know, by seeing the Trump stuff, a lot of people are very stupid. And which is also why I don't believe, because I believe it's Elon Musk that is on the project of making demi-human life forms, which is, half human, half cat, half human, half whatever, And I don't believe he should be doing that project at all. Because, in general, people don't even accept the different formities of our race. And there is only one race. You can't say there are multiple races, because a black person is just a white person. His skin is different because the environment he grew up in or whatever. That doesn't mean he is different. And I think it's very stupid that people believe in it, that we are different races. And it's very stupid that they are doing a project like this when we can't even handle the fact that another man is just a man, and a person that wants to be the same sex is just a person. They can't accept that kind of stuff. So I don't believe that we should have anything like that, due to the fact that people in general can't handle most things in life. And I think this is why the fact that the government hides a lot of things from people in general is because they're just plain stupid. They cannot handle it. They make rash and dumb decisions, And if anything, I wish a lot of things were real. Like, I don't. You've seen the Halo movie, Unit Forward to Dawn, right?
Yeah.
Like, if anything like that, where most people didn't know about the aliens outside, besides like a certain group of the government, that's probably what is happening, and we will have to face facts sooner or later when everything goes to shit. You know what I mean? Because most likely it is.
I'm gonna go back and touch on racing. So personally, for me, I honestly think there are different races, and I honestly think it's true because I mean, biologically we all came from the same ancestors. No matter how many people want to say, oh, we didn't come from anything, it goes back and back and back. And then we are pretty much, relatives.
Fucking apes, gorillas, whatever.
But that's the thing with people is, and what yesterday what happened, those types of people, and I think you are right, when it comes to accepting things such as Bigfoot or anything mythological, it also plays into the fact with real life, day-to-day basis. I mean, think about it. I mean, you never really hear, you never really hear much on, a lot of other shit. But things like that, and that's when people are like, oh, well, there's only one race. I don't believe there's only one race. Now, if you're talking about human race, then sure, yes, when it comes to other things. But realistically, in the human race, there's other things to learn. There's other things to explore. Just like how a universe is, think of us as a human race. We're the Milky Way, but we have all this other,
Yeah, subspecies. Yeah. Subspecies. Like, so humans in general are just like other mammal species. Like, felines. It is the lion, then it is the tiger, then it is, the split off, the cheetah, the Black Panther, and the jaguar, and whatever the others. Isn't there like 4 different split offs? Bobcat, mountain lion. I know there's more. There's like different split offs within that layer of the subspecies, and then there is the other. Then it's like the tiger. I think the tiger is above the cheetahs and stuff like that, and then it is, the domestic house cats and stuff like that. But those are the different split offs. So that's also within our species and stuff. We're not different races, but we may be like different within the subspecies, because in general we are all a subspecies of what our first generation was, you know? And I mean our actual first generation, not the first generation in your fucking family. That does not fucking count. That is stupid. Fuck off. Alright? I don't care about your stupid family tree. Don't do that bullshit. That's retarded. I'm talking about in general, technically speaking, if we all came from one source, we are technically all still family. Either way, technically not, no, because of how the different, after the subspecies, and breed, technically we are not at all family, but technically we are still family due to what we had first came from. You know? But yeah, a lot of things are very stupid, and people in general are just very dumb. So I believe it is a wise decision that the government hides a lot of things from us. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of things that did exist at one point, but were, you know, killed off and destroyed by mankind itself. Either was by us or just by the government trying to get rid of it because they were too dangerous, or because us in general could not handle it. You know, and
believe me, I swear to you right now, if Bigfoot were to come out as being real, I promise you that many, and I have a thing with people who hunt. I do not, I don't condone it really. I don't see a point.
Well, I mean, you can't say that because if you eat chickens and stuff, technically speaking, you condone the hunt and slaughter of animals in general. And if you are unwilling to watch it in general, you shouldn't be eating it in general, you know? Like, if you can't handle seeing a chicken get his head cut off, then why do you want to eat a chicken nugget? You know, it's the same process through in and throughout. If you don't support it, then don't eat it. That's kind of stupid. If you don't like watching it, then why are you eating it? Because we, in general, have always done it within our lifespan. And that's, and I also think it's within stupid ranges that vegetarians don't eat meat because of the slaughter of animals or whatever, but yet you slaughter living creatures every day as well. Fruits and vegetables and plants and stuff are living things. They have living organisms. They live and breathe and they eat. And just like animals, they are unable to speak to us because they have their own way of speaking. Plants and stuff do speak and connect to each other through their own vibrations and sound, like humans and stuff. Like, our voices are heard, yes, but we have our own vibrational wave that is also given out when we talk, when we speak, you know?
I see.
And I think it's very stupid that these people are like this, when in general, we are a mammal, you know? And animals are mammals, you know? We all do the exact same thing. We hunt, we kill, we eat, you know? And I think it's very stupid that they believe within this right that it is very wrong, or that we are rapists for drinking cow milk or whatever. Like, it's very stupid. And
if you really think about it, all humans, you know, whether or not you declare yourself as a straight vegan, someone who does not eat meat, somebody who enjoys to eat meat, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, they're all omnivores. We can all survive off of this, you know, meat or plants.
yes, but within it, only eating one thing can lead to your body's destruction. Like, in general, if you look it up, eating only veggies does make your body weaker. Your bones are a lot more fragile because it does not have all its calcium and strength it needs to, you know, to physically keep you in check. This is why we eat both, because our bodies in general are used to eating both. I mean, even if you like one or the other, you know, it is in our health in general range to eat both. And this is what it is for most animals in general. Because of how their species is raised, they're only able to eat one thing, and that's only because it's the one thing that is healthy for their special case within their bodies itself, you know?
Yeah. But back to the topic itself, what I was trying to go on was really like, Bigfoot, if they were to put out a bounty, I say this, and I say this wholeheartedly, we're gonna hunt, but it just mind boggles me when it comes to stuff like, when it comes to creatures like that, if they were to be real, like, let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be. Don't do anything to piss it off. Don't try to
I,
act like, oh, I get it. Let's hunt.
yeah.
Don't go disturbing. Leave it alone. That's how
Yeah.
and that's the main reason why I don't like hunting in general. I mean, just leave it alone.
I do feel that communication and talking would be great, though, to understand more about it. But in general, I don't think it should be messed with that we don't know about because of, the contract with us and the government is there's supposed to be no secrets. But yet we know nothing of anything they do. And yet, which is also stupid, is that they proclaim that they won't tell us anything because it is their government secret and they are a business. If they are a business, technically speaking, they cannot. They are making their own laws. So outside of okay, so there's the police unit, right? Police unit is subjected to doing certain things, and mass murder is not one of them. Technically speaking, they are producing mass murder. Yes, they are not within the cities, so it is technically allowed outside because they are not within our country's boundaries, whatever, So technically they won't hold it against their people when they come back home. But technically speaking, doing this, they should in itself just be put in jail afterwards because technically they are breaking their own rules within, the confinement of that it is wrong to murder, It is wrong to do certain things. But then yet again, they do start a lot of the war itself within it. And I believe a lot of their laws are stupid and dumb within anything, Because in general, we are fucking mammals. And we are, in general, hunters and natural killers. Like any species. But yet, we, in general, just... Like I said earlier, we destroyed everything from our natural order to do different things,
Yeah. And, like I was saying, that's the whole point. And I think, I actually can agree with you to a point where, the government does hide things like this from us because they already know what mankind does when we find something new. Mankind just destroys it flat out. This is just my point.
Yeah.
Look at us. We already destroyed the earth. I mean, they're already saying there's no coming back, from it.
True. And also, it is very dumb within the sense that they hide it because we can't handle it, but also they can't handle it. In general, the first reaction that they would do is take an experiment to protect ourselves. Because in general, if it's something that may be stronger than us, we are afraid of it. We will do anything in our power to make sure that we are stronger than it. Which is kind of dumb, with the sense that most likely we are weaker than everything. And yet, we still believe that we are more powerful. But it's always been like that. It's always been a thing that, in general, that we would just kill, just take the kill and do what we want.
Oh yeah, definitely. But to sum it up, basically, I think that there is a Bigfoot, and yeah, it may be, it's not way you think. I just think, maybe a guy was born and, he had this really big feet and lived the rest of his life with big
He
feet.
had really big
He
feet.
probably went along with it.
He probably didn't even have really big feet. Or maybe he did. Maybe he had elephantism, is the deformity of that your grotty will grow really huge in a certain way. So maybe he had giantism, elephantism, and whatever the hair growth one. I think it's foretism, but I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah.
I honestly think that in that type of sense, it's just it could be that guy was born with some really huge feet, elephantism, you know, rare case of it, had really big feet. When walking, somebody was like, "Oh my God, like I don't know what this is. This isn't normal." And back then in that time period, it was you didn't have Facebook, Google, anything. You didn't have the internet at that time. In that day and age, so it was just all led to be skepticalism. We're all left to assume. But like I'm saying, he could have honestly just went along with it, and maybe homeboy was just like, you know what, I'll leave him guessing, and then lived a happy, peaceful life.
True. Yeah. So, internet wasn't created until like maybe 6 years after the first sighting of. No, would that tell you it was 58 or tell you it was 53?
You told me 1968.
I think 58, but yeah. So, 2 years after Bigfoot sighted, that's when the internet was created. So yeah, there was no Facebook or anything like that. I mean, there was a lot of news and TV, but there was no Facebook and stuff yet.
The internet wasn't created until January 1st of 1983.
83. I had 1960.
I have 1980, January 1st.
Well, is that for people or is that for government? Because government gets anything first before us.
Let's see. It says January 1st. Our planet adopted the TCP/IP on January 1st, 1983, and from the researchers began to assemble a network of networks.
Yeah. So that's for the people.
Became...
So the internet in general was 1960 for the government. So yeah, the government will get it before us. So they got internet before us, they got cars before us, they got weapons before us, everything before us. Because that's where everything comes from in general. They do a lot of testing and stuff like that there, and then it is moved on to us after they dubbed it safe for mankind. Which guns in itself was probably not their right choice, but within it we did need it for a lot of like hunting and stuff like that. So I guess that is the main reason why we got them.
Yeah. But my overall thing for it all would be, at the end of the day, if there is a Bigfoot out there, it'd be a sight for sore eyes. It'd be one of those once in a lifetime things you probably see.
Yeah.
And how good people look at it, there may be people out there living among us and we just don't know yet.
True.
But other than that, I think, at the end of the day, we can all assume we can all assume things and, lay our heads down at the middle of the night and just think like, is this really a Bigfoot?
True. But into getting more into it, we should I didn't even set a timer. I don't even know how long we've been going. But I will set us a timer for an hour right now, and we'll end it then. But What happened?
Oh, my thing lagged out for a minute.
No. So we should get into more, like, okay. So I was trying to look up like most asked questions about Bigfoot, but most of them are just stupid. um, so what would you want to talk about now within the topic of Bigfoot, or do you want to talk about something else in general? Because we went way off topic and started just talking about random shit.
Honestly, I think we should just probably redo this one. Look at this one, then redo it, but just leave out a bunch of other shit that got brought into it. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, well, it's fine in general. We can leave it like that and just, you know, um, so what is your number one liked folklore and then mythological creature? Okay, so like, what is your okay? So what is your number one folklore? Number one mythological creature. Number one point in history, and number one like, um, I guess mythological creature, what tied into gods and stuff. So yeah, what? Give me something of one of those three, or all of those three.
Oh, so for the first one, you said folklore?
Yes.
Okay, so for that one would be Hispanic folklore, and it would be La Llorona.
Mm-hmm.
Mythological creature, I mean, can it be a crypt? Can it be like, does it have to be a demigod or anything?
It could be whatever you want, like anything within general, like the Loch Ness monster.
The most I've done hilarious to this guy. I would go with Jersey Devil. I don't know why. It just fascinated me. Story terrified me as a child. It does. But it just fascinated me. I loved it.
Mm.
And what was the third one?
A point in history that you feel is a point in history that you may feel that is like, I guess, like something that does not seem right or unknown, or like in general just wild to you, or do you feel like it is something that is not really spoken about, like the Spartans, I guess, like an army of soldiers that were probably stronger than most soldiers in general,
I really don't have a point for that in time, but if I did have to pinpoint, I would say the dinosaur era, because, well, I mean, I have many things to that in itself right there, I just want to know how they knew. That's my question to that.
Yeah.
It's very scary to think that way. When you're like, how does that make sense? Just remember, no human, nothing was alive during that time. None. And
well, I mean, there might have been certain type of our ancestors, yeah, because there are some older, different forms of anthros, I don't know how to say his name, different forms of us that were found, like skulls from that age period. So there might have been some, just not like in our intelligent range. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there are like lots of like caveman theories and stuff like that. Not more or less theories, just more or less that there are a lot of like shows and movies and stuff that portray cavemen's within dinosaur era, but yet they said that no human could have been in that era, but yet they have found some skeletal remains that are similar to humans, or one of our ancestral Skeletor types from that ancestry, or from that history time, Um,
Yeah.
but with that, for me, the Hakasasamiya, I don't know how to say the name, but it's basically a Japanese folklore of a very tall woman that would abduct children, um, by manipulating them, and if you saw her, she would come for you in the middle of the night. Uh, with that, she would probably slaughter your family and then abduct the child. But to not have this happen, you would have to the whole night not open your eyes, um, and not because within it apparently she would not like fully kill the family. She would just like the Siren Head theory, where it was a Siren Head he could make, noises similar to a loved one or something like that. Apparently, her powers are the same way. She could make you assume that someone was calling you or something like that. And as soon as you opened your eyes and saw her, that was it. You were gone. Um, and that is like a folklore that I really like and think is interesting. With me, I assume it's probably just a mother that lost her children and decided to start abducting children.
That honestly sounds similar to the folklore I was mentioning about with, La Llorona.
Yes,
I
yes, yes.
mean, growing
La
up,
Llorona, the
I,
Spanish one.
yeah, yeah, like, growing up for me, I grew up in a very strict
But
household. So for me, I'm no stranger to like the story of her, Gui.
is the La Llorona? Fuck, I didn't even say the name right. Is that one, or is it the Donkey Lady, the one where she had drowned her children? Um, the
Donkey Lady is about a woman and her donkey. La Llorona is the weeping woman.
Yeah, isn't it about that she drowned her two children
Yeah.
because she wanted to marry a man and then ended up the man not wanting to marry her?
Similar, but the story goes as her husband left her for another woman, and she drowned her children out of spite. And then
Mm.
from there, she drowned herself, and now, in the
Yeah,
afterlife,
she
she
cries
wanders.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, she cries out to children, and that's why a lot of, growing up, especially if you're any descent of Mexican or Hispanic, you most likely heard that story a handful of times as a kid because you were not
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah. Yeah, something similar, but this is a very giant statued woman that steals his children. And then within mythological, my favorite mythological, I hold up. Yeah, for me, within mythological, it would probably be like most of the Greek era, within the gods and within I think my favorite mythological creature is the Hellhound, the three-headed dog, the fuck, what is his name? Uh, I forgot his name. The Sybaris, yeah, the Sybaris, the three-headed dog, and then with that, also like the Minotaurs, the Hydra, and stuff like that. You know, just in general, I love all of Greek mythology within that. And then opponent history would probably, for me, would probably be the Spartans because of the ties in within the Greek mythological creatures and stuff, the gods and stuff. Because apparently the Spartans were the closest to the gods and the different types of mythological creatures within the boundary of that. Most of their soldiers were strong enough to fight and fend off these powerful beings, and stuff like that, you know, and would only take orders from like a certain god or goddess. Um. So yeah. So what should we talk about? Should we talk about more within the Bigfoot or what?
I mean, going back to him, I mean, have you seen I mean, we've seen it together on Discord. You know, Lost Pigs. I think season 1, episode 2, after
Uh huh.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that episode was very surprising, but in the episode, I actually watched it before we started any of this, and towards the end of it, you know, a guy was trying to shoot it. He was trying to hunt it, and I was just like, you know, throughout the whole process of thinking about it, I had entirely forgot that this guy was trying to hunt it. And
Yeah.
the park ranger was like, "What are you doing? Like, whatever it is, leave it alone." And I love her thinking there. However, she was pretty quick to shoot in case
Yeah.
it got too mad. But I think overall, she knew like the guy had fucked up, obviously.
Yeah. But with that in general, if it were to attack them, it would have been the right and better choice to defend yourself over wanting to defend the creature. You know,
Yeah.
like with that in mind, that happens a lot within the boundaries of our soldiers and stuff. Because there's a lot of them that choose to not want to do certain things or feel the regret of it. But when it comes down to it, doing the certain things is more logical within the sense of protecting you and your team and just people in general. Because like it is very stupid and dumb how some countries think. Because if you think about it, most of them send out children, nuns and stuff like that, strapped. And a lot of the soldiers regret it or don't think about it, but it is the wise and smart decision to kill them, even if they think it is wrong or not right. But it was the better for protection. Like I know you've seen American Sniper where he had regretted killing the kid, but the kid had a bomb, and then the nun tried to go at it too, and it haunted him and he hated it that he had to kill a child. But within the sense, it is just the protection. Like it was bound to happen no matter what, and I don't feel he should feel bad about doing it.
I still currently on this lantern one right now.
Lantern one, send me a picture.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to be there. You don't have to be there.
Yeah. Overall, I think people don't make the best decisions or make some rash decisions a lot. And that also ties into why the government won't allow us to have a lot of things. Because we are not the smartest. The smartest, even if we think we are smart, we are not smart. We are very fragile, weak, and stupid. Oh, I went backwards. Fuck me.
Yeah, I think it's part of why I'm stuck out, but at the end of the day, the question is, facts versus opinion.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta land on the side of it. Because the tip of it's just gonna make you fall off. It doesn't. I think the right one was easier for me, but like closest to the tip, but not at the tip.
Yeah, I think, to wrap it all up for you on this whole basic issue, to wrap it up and just summarize it, I believe Bigfoot is out there. But doesn't want to, and maybe the government does know, about these things, and you could be right, you could be onto something that the government already knows how people will react to it, and they already are like, you know what, bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are very dumb and rational, so it is great that they don't tell us a lot of things. And who knows, maybe Pokemon did exist at one point in time, or certain things did exist that we assume don't exist, or we think that are just like imagination or whatever. Maybe there were things that actually did exist at one point in time. Um, wait, what? Bro, I am very confused on where I need to go in this area. I don't know if I'm going forward or backwards. But yeah, with the Bigfoot thing, I don't know. Maybe he's real, maybe he's not. Maybe he is just a normal person. But with their theory, a lot of people believe he's just a random creature or like a devil spawn or something like that. And I believe a lot of those are incorrect. Within the sense that, I mean, even if it was, like with the government theory, most likely they had hunted him down, taken him, killed him, whatever they needed to do, because within that, I'm pretty sure their number one topic is to keep them and their home safe, because with hearing that this thing could easily destroy a bear is something they would like to have their hands on,
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know if I'm going backwards or forward at this point anymore.
Well, that concludes our first episode about Bigfoot. I mean, a lot of
True. True. I feel like we should talk more into certain things instead of going around through different topics of a certain thing, but I mean, this is the first one. In general, we'll move around within that, So,
Yeah.
I guess we'll close it at this. The next one, do you want to do it tomorrow, or when do you want to do it?
Well, what day is it? Next one we can do it like, what's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, we can do it with Jose. Honestly, I want to get Ryan on it with us, because I know Ryan likes a lot of theory stuff too, like me. So I believe Ryan would be a very good input. Not a storyteller, but an input to add to this, because I know he'd probably have a lot of things to talk about. Because I believe he does watch a lot of the theory stuff like I do.
Well, this closes the case for Bigfoot, and hey, maybe one day we'll come back to it.
I'm pretty sure we'll have to reopen it in general, yeah.